Kirk Home Center. They've got a great deal in store for you.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local environment. This is where we address the topics that matter. Here's your host, Kathy Miller.
All right, good morning, Cayman, and welcome to The Buzz. Am I there? All right, I am here. The button didn't like me there for a split second. It cut me out for a minute. You know, Susan kind of started the show a whole 2 minutes earlier that I was chatting away with our guests, and all of a sudden I'm hearing the music, and I had to rush down to my seat. So she goes, Kathy, be prepared. And I'm like, what? I even came maybe 5 minutes earlier than usual. So what can I say? It's summer, you know. We're going at a bit of a leisurely pace right now. Just a few weeks left of summer. So I hope you guys are making the most of your time out there. And what can I say? Summer has been a little quiet for me, but that's okay. I needed that. I definitely needed that. And there's been a lot of activity going on in Cayman, that's for sure. The government's doing a whole lot of stuff. And when it comes to things that all of us are aware about. Now, I'm talking right now about scams. All the scams that are happening all around Cayman. This is nonstop. So I got 2 scam emails yesterday at work. I reported them through phishing, as we're supposed to do. It's part of our policy here within the Cayman Islands government. But over the past few weeks, the RCIPS Financial Crime Investigation Unit has been progressing several more investigations into digital scams affecting members of our community. Now, remember, I spoke about this a few weeks ago, and we had so many calls of people telling us what the scams were that they were receiving. And it's good to get this information because we share it. There was a lady in the government building that heard the conversation that morning we had, and she said, Kathy, I got one of those Google Meet phone calls. And she reported it right away. So she did all the right things, but she was just really surprised. So these conversations are getting around. People are hearing about it. We need to have them because these schemes are becoming a lot more elaborate, more sophisticated. And like I said, I got 2 yesterday out of nowhere. And one looked very, very normal, like a very common business email. But if you don't know your partners, you might have just clicked on that link that was provided. But I know who we work with, so I knew it was a scam. But in saying all of this morning, joining us is Detective Constable Michael McNeir of the Financial Crime Investigation Unit with the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service. So, good morning, Mr. McNeir. Welcome to The Buzz, and I know you're going to fill us in on all the crazy scams that are going on in Cayman.
Good morning, Kathy. Pleasure to be here.
It's good to have you. I haven't spoken to you yet. So.
I know.
And there's a lot going on, and so that's exactly what we were talking about right before we sat down was, man, I got the scam yesterday, and I felt like you were about to start taking some notes on it. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But I guess let's just start with what the current kind of landscape is of the scams that are going on right now.
Well, I think there's a big reputational risk for organisations, but also on a personal note as well, for every one of us here in Cayman, as well. We've been hit quite hard with a variety of different levels of scams, and one of those at the moment, as you mentioned earlier, was via Google Meet on the video call, where we have a guy purporting to be a police officer and wanting people's bank details as well. And of course, we implore people not to give, card details out, and we come to that later on. But also now that we put out a media release as well, it seems to have evolved slightly in the sense of we have Google audio calls, as well.
So from the Google video calls that were happening,
yes,
things have evolved into Google audio.
Correct, yes. And effectively, I know of 2 incidents yesterday that were reported as well. And you don't see the person on this particular occasion, but you see a well-known organisation's logo on the actual phone screen as well. And again, the person behind it is a male person of Central Asian, we believe Central Asian descent, possibly Indian heritage or Pakistani or something similar. as well. So we invite people to obviously report it to us, because if it's not reported, we cannot help. We
Right.
do our best with what we know, and of course we investigate to see what else can occur. But of course there is also other like SMS messages which have been received, and a few weeks ago, a month or so ago, we had Cayman Postal Service
Yes.
that there were text messages going out purporting to be from a Cayman telephone number as well, and of course we're looking into the origin of those phone numbers as well. On one occasion, someone did, shall we say, pay the fee that was advertised on the SMS, when in reality that fee was not paid from their account, but the card details, all of the card details were harvested, and then a payment was made online in another jurisdiction to purchase some goods as well. So again, we have to be aware of any SMSs, and especially as well because some people are receiving different. So we say, if you bank with one financial institution, the text message says, from another financial institution. So straight away, just ignore it. Don't follow the links as well. So we have that, and also because Japanese cars are imported into the country here as well, there are now spoofing scams as well, which we've come across, whereupon you put 25% down. And again, just be aware that via WhatsApp, the conversation is again with someone in the Pakistan area in Karachi. So again, don't do anything with those guys there. Just block them straight away on WhatsApp.
Was the word you used spoofing?
Yes.
Can you explain what
that's
spoofing
right. Vehicle spoofing scams.
Okay.
Basically. And
What's spoofing mean?
Spoofing basically means, they're trying to hide their intention from you. So they then con you to make a payment for something that will never ever get to you.
Okay.
So there's a whole wide range, and again on the internet, because the internet is widely used, even more so nowadays, is that when you have an email, check your inbox, check your junk mail, but sometimes you get an email from someone, you think, who's that? Is when by clicking on the email, sometimes we'll let a bot go into your computer system, and of course they don't care about sport news, they only want financial.
So that's just clicking on an email. You
Yeah.
don't have to. That's just opening the email. Never mind clicking on any links.
Correct.
Man, that's a little. That's hard for me, because it's very natural for us to be curious about. Maybe I do recognize this name, or who is it? You're just going to open the email. You're not going to click on anything. And if that alone can just send a bot, then.
Oh yeah, exactly. And again, even just when you're searching an item or whatever it is on the internet, for example, and then you have your drop down on the first page or the second page, then you may see an article sometimes which is, the writing is slightly different than what you would normally expect as well. And again, don't click on that straight away, go past it.
How can, I don't know if you can answer this, but how can these hackers and scammers kind of take over a website in that sense? Because if I'm going, let's say, to whatever website to buy a product, right? Let's say it's fitness clothes, and I'm looking for workout pants or something. I say, you know what, I want shorts. So then I do a drop-down menu, and I look for the shorts. I go into another drop-down there. It might be a certain style of the shorts. So in that new page that opens in the drop-down, that page could be an imitation one, a fake one?
It could be, but it's always best to, in my opinion, to check with the original supplier. Did you put this advert on?
Okay.
As well, was it better to come from the horse's mouth, that it's kosher or it's not, to make sure that you're not volunteering your personal details and also your financial details as well.
When we're talking about personal details, what are these personal details that these scammers are asking for that people should not be giving out? Because when I think about it, most of our regular info is out there: our name, our phone numbers, our email address, sometimes our address.
Well, I just think we have to be, careful with our personal details as well, and we rarely have to be, because it's our life, it's our personal items. We don't want our life disrupted, and of course we don't want to lose money, as well. And of course, there's all, like we mentioned earlier, reputational risk, for an organisation and for a person as well. You don't want something that's not true out there.
So what kind of details are people asking for?
Well, can I give an example?
Absolutely, please, yeah.
Okay, so you're on Facebook, okay, and you're clicking through, you're just doing the usual. Then you come across like an advert, and it mentions, and it's too good to be true. Minimal work, you just do an hour a day, click through some products, do a review, for example, on this one I'm thinking of as well, and you will get X, Y, Z. But you have to go through a little training program to begin with, okay, with whoever is on the WhatsApp. Of course, you don't know if they're the person they say they are. Then it's either that, or they could ask, you could be a nominee director of a business as well. And of course, we want your details, so we need your copy of your passport, copy of your bank statement, with your address on it, your current address, things like this as well. And some people send those off. Of course, there's no work. It's all a con.
Wow, and I honestly can say that I've come across some of those adverts.
Yeah.
That will say, we're looking for somebody who can do this position, and the pay is a little insane. Yeah. And I'm like, but I know that doesn't, either the skills don't match the pay, or vice versa.
Exactly.
And I remember commenting, and boy, they took my comments right off of their post right away. Now, I don't know if it's a legit company or not, but if you are uncomfortable with me in a comment asking or saying, this doesn't quite match up, you as a legit company should not be erasing my comment. You should be able to come with a professional response and be able to rebuke what I'm saying, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So I think, for the people that are out there listening, I think just be aware, just have a question everything, excuse me, question everything and question everyone. It's not that you don't trust them, but some people are telling you the truth. But it's better to do your, shall we say, due diligence, your compliance checks, to make sure that your details aren't being used without your knowledge. Because one day you could get a message to say a person with your details has been arrested for using, I don't know.
Right, like identity theft. People do that all the time.
Yeah, like fraud or whatever in your name. Was that you?
Right.
As well. And it certainly happened to me once.
It happened to you?
Yeah.
Can you share your story, please?
Yeah. So I come from England originally, and when I was living there as well, the letter came through the post, and it was from a bailiff organisation as well, and it had exactly my name with the middle name as well, date of birth, things like this. We need you to pay X, Y, Z, otherwise, the cost will go up. So I queried it. I said, that's not me. Because the person, they thought it was me. Okay, and and they were right to do their inquiries and to come to me. But my details have been taken by a person in another part of the country as well. So you just really have to be careful. And your online footprint as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. The online footprint is pretty huge, actually. And I'd be looking at myself a lot of the time saying, okay, I'm definitely leaving too much information here. But I really don't have anything y'all can scam from me either at the same time. But man, this happens. Okay, can you give us a general update on the investigations that your unit has conducted over the past few weeks?
Certainly. I've been doing a lot of investigations, obviously, with the Google scams, the video scams as well. And what I would report is that Cayman is not the only jurisdiction that's been hit by this as well. The United Arab Emirates have been hit by this as well. Bahrain, Oman, Finland, and other jurisdictions, without going through a whole list, have all suffered these events.
What sticks out to me there is that these are not unusual places, but they're very far away and removed from the Caribbean region. Extremely far away. Most
definitely. But just remember what Cayman is. It's from what I stand to be corrected, the 5th largest financial centre in the world. So where would you, if you were that person doing the scam, where would you go to?
You'll concentrate on those financial centres, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Dubai is a big centre as
Absolutely.
well, and
Dubai is,
wealthy
yeah.
people,
Tons.
wealthy people here, as well. So why not just by volume? If you don't get one, okay, move on to the next, and so forth like this. It's all by volume,
Okay.
all the time as well, because even if they get $1,000 one time in the scam, then nothing all day, then they get something the next day. It all adds up, and something is better than nothing as well. And going on the international front as well, like we mentioned earlier, with the internet, as well, it's global. And especially since COVID, everyone is doing, shall we say, virtual meetings, with people in other jurisdictions far away, which you couldn't really do beforehand, as well as you can do now. So this internet is actually causing a lot of international, cross-border, transnational crime.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. And the way that money can flow, especially through kind of, digital means.
Exactly. So going back to what the unit is doing, we're doing our very best to identify who's behind the scams, who is behind controlling them, who is providing them with the means to do what they're doing as well, and how they are doing that as well. I can't go into certain aspects of what our investigation would entail, because that would give the heads up and tipping off.
But what you can share with us, please do.
Yeah, okay. So I think on one investigation, it has been noted that there is an international element. The Google video scams, our international law enforcement colleagues earlier this year conducted joint operations around the globe, and they managed to combine, I think, freezing over $235 million in various bank accounts, and arresting over 200 odd people as well.
Wow.
That still goes on. Unfortunately, other people then pick up the mantle. It's all linked to organised crime as well, and you have to think, where does the money go? Is it for terrorism,
And for what?
financing, or is it
Trafficking.
Personal gain would be a part of it.
Right.
Percentage, I would expect. So it's a lot of hard work going in. But one thing is that I implore people to, if they have something they want to tell us, don't be embarrassed. Come forward. Tell me if it's something to do with, you lost some money. Tell your bank straight away. There may be something they can do for you, to claw back that money before it's lost forever, and going through the chain of events there.
Yeah, I think I have a question about a little later on in the conversation to see if anything has been recovered from those who have been scammed in Cayman. But we got to go to commercial break right now.
Okay.
And you know what I didn't do when we started the show?
No.
I didn't ask for you to give us a bit of an intro to who you are and your background.
That's
because
true.
with the financial crime unit.
Yeah.
So when we come back, we're going to get that from you and
Okay.
then go into the rest of the
Thank
combo
you.
here. No props.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Not sure where you fit in tech? Pathways in Tech by Enterprise Cayman can help you find your route. Whether you're interested in project management, computer support, or network systems, this program helps individuals explore practical, career-focused skills for real opportunities in Cayman's tech and innovation sector. It's beginner-friendly, job-relevant, special economic zone connected, and scholarships are available. Your path in tech starts here. Visit enterprisecayman.ky to apply today.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
Gamers Bay 10 this September, 26 to 27.
All gamers unite, all gamers unite, all gamers unite, all the while. Visit gamersbaby.com for tickets and sign-ups. It's rights and prides with us.
Proudly sponsored by NetGeeks Media, Office of the Premier, Flow.
Ministry of Innovation, UCCI, Ministry of Health, Mesa del Sol, Ministry of Sports, Monster Enterprise Cayman, Ministry of Education, Tech West, Radio Cayman, and Grand Caymanian Resort.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we are talking about the scams that are going on in Cayman. And in studio with me, I have Detective Constable Michael McNeir of the RCIPS Financial Crime Investigation Unit. We do have a caller on the phone, so let us take the call. Hopefully the caller is still hanging on. Good morning. Thank you for calling The Buzz.
Morning. I've been listening to this scamming dynamic here. And the expert, if I may use the word, on there. Now, all of these scams that comes into various systems, they have to have an entry point. Am I correct about that?
Most certainly.
Okay. Now, what are the entry points that they get in here? To my basic knowledge, I think there may be more than I know, but about 2 or 3 main entry points. Now, why can't these suppliers of this service build or acquire or create a firewall that can identify, I would say, should be up to 65%, 70% of these signals that are coming in to this port?
The answer is we do work with various other organisations, including other government agencies as partners. That is not quite within our remits, but I do understand your point. And to be honest, I don't disagree with you. But that would have to be looked at by the Caymanian government, basically to see what they can do from a cyber security point of view.
Well, can you put some urgency on that? Because I think it can be done without really, with today's technology, without a lot of hoopla.
I totally agree. And certainly some other jurisdictions would have something similar in place to do that as well. But certainly I will pass your message on to the relevant person.
Well, please do, because from my standpoint, I'm 99% sure that now, do you have any knowledge of how many entry points that we might have in the Cayman Islands jurisdiction?
I'm not able to discuss that presently. I'm so sorry.
But you have an idea of how many there might be?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's take an arbitrary figure. From my standpoint, I don't think there's more than 10, 15 maybe. And it should be a simple endeavor, I'll put it at that level, to create a firewall. And there's people here in this community who could sit down and draw a firewall to put at the entry point of all of these points where these things come in and wash them out.
As I mentioned earlier, sir, I will pass your message on to the relevant person and department. I can't make any further comment on that.
Thank you so much for the point that you brought up, because I think a lot of us, including me, would just assume that with these entry points that it is something that the police would address and be like, nope, got to put a stop to it, and have the authority to put that pressure on those providers that have these entry points per se. So I think you made a really great point. So thank you, caller, for bringing up these points, but also Detective, you've made a great point in the fact that, I mean, there are some, we can't talk about it because we don't want to give that information out, but we have to put pressure on legislation for that to change.
Most definitely.
That's where it has to come.
Exactly. And to put pressure in the right direction with the right department, the right people, to have the right experience for people to remedy this as much as possible. Because like with anything, risk, that is sometimes 100% as well, but we need to reduce it all the way down to as much as possible. You're never going to have zero risk.
I guess I want a bit of a follow-up question from what our caller asked. For the providers that we have here, are they a little bit lax on their rules on how they can operate?
Well, again,
you know why I'm asking that.
I know why you're asking. Put it this way, I can't really sort of like mention particular organisations at all. I can't name them,
right? Of course,
as well. But it's all about education as well, in helping and assisting them to understand what people are going through, as well. So it's all about getting out there, educating. It's not just, it's obviously investigations are important, but it's also to try and sort things out for the future.
Okay, I gotcha. All right. So thank you, caller, for your call. And I know that at the very beginning of the show, I was going to say, let us know exactly what you do here in the Financial Crime Investigation Unit. So give us a little bit of a background.
Okay, so my background from England, southeast England. So my background has really been law enforcement in one shape or form, ending up before I left law enforcement 8 years ago. I was a detective and financial investigator, so I spent 10 years on the homicide division where we used financial crime tactics, to bring justice at the Old Bailey. Then following on from that experience, moving on to the asset confiscation and enforcement team in the Met Police as well, and then moved over to Romania. And did some work for Deloitte as an investigations manager, followed by my own sort of background in consultancy, putting what I knew or learnt over the years from law enforcement in the public sector to the private sector as well, and then following up with that with various little contracts, investigation contracts in Europe, but also 2 years ago in Anguilla and Montserrat as well.
Oh, interesting. You have quite a versed background, very
Thank you.
experienced, especially when it comes to the investigating financial crimes over in Europe and then as well in the region, the Caribbean
Well,
region.
yes, it's especially when you're using, in one example as well, we were using I was using financial, crime tactics as well to track people, and they were travelling throughout Europe as well. And when you get that little butterfly in your tummy, you're getting quite close now, as well. And then you see the end product when they get extradited back.
It's got to be very satisfying.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
very, very satisfying. So from that experience, and when you came to Cayman, are you seeing more a higher level of sophistication of crimes happening here, or and then with the response coming from residents, are we a little bit more green or naive to what's going on out there?
Again, it's all about education,
Yeah.
as well. Now, the population of Cayman I would say, is circa 100,000 without any tourists as well, and we have to make sure that Cayman is policed correctly, which I believe it is, but we need to have these financial crime investigations, because why do people do crime? Is because they want to get money from someone,
right?
Or to cause a reputational risk to that person or an organisation as well. So they then pay out some money to keep them quiet. So it's all about that. And we want to make sure that the tourist trade in Cayman continues and in fact grows. And we would like to make sure that the main priority being that the public is kept safe.
Right, of course. We're going to go to our next commercial break right now, and then when we come back, I want to know about any of the scams that have happened, when people have lost money, if those people in Cayman have been able to recover anything, and what's the process that's involved.
Think vaping is just a cloud? Think again. Vaping is affecting young people across the Cayman Islands, and now you have a chance to be part of the conversation. The Ministry of Health, Environment and Sustainability is asking young people to share their views on proposed changes to tobacco and vaping laws. Learn about the proposals and make your voice heard, because the choices we make today help shape the Cayman Islands we live in tomorrow. Log on to publicconsultation.gov.ky. The consultation opens on the 21st of August.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Not sure where you fit in tech? Pathways in Tech by Enterprise Cayman can help you find your route. Whether you're interested in project management, computer support, or network systems, this program helps individuals explore practical, career-focused skills for real opportunities in Cayman's tech and innovation sector. It's beginner-friendly, job-relevant, special economic zone connected, and scholarships are available. Your path in tech starts here. Visit enterprisecayman.ky to apply today.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price, and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
You know, as a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what though, no more dreaming. I'm going flying with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have a very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future,
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance,
or protecting your family's household investment.
from our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
It's that time again, Cayman. The Pursuit of Excellence Foundation invites you to our 8th annual Ready, Set, Learn Back to School event, helping our students start the school year prepared, confident, and ready to achieve. Join us in Grand Cayman on Saturday, August 22nd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Lion Center, and in Cayman Brac on Sunday, August 23rd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ashton Rutty Center. Come out for an afternoon of free school supplies, backpacks, refreshments, fun activities, giveaways, and so much more for students and families. For 8 years, Ready, Set, Learn has been bringing our community together to support Cayman's young people. And this year, we're doing it again.
So parents, bring the kids, spread the word, and come get ready, set, learn.
August 22nd in Grand Cayman and August 23rd in Cayman Brac from 2 to 5 p.m.
Presented by Pursuit of Excellence, the Lloyd Barker Foundation.
Empowering our youth, supporting our families, pursuing excellence together.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning. Welcome back to The Buzz. And we're just on the final stretch of this part of the show where we're talking about some scams, what's going on in Cayman. From the RCIPS Financial Crime Investigation Unit, we have Detective Constable Michael McNeir, and he's been giving us a bit of an update of what's going on in Cayman. And I wanted to know do you have a figure of, let's say, approximately how much money maybe in 2026 or the past couple years has been scammed out of residents in Cayman Islands? And if not, if you don't have that, do you know approximately how much has been recovered?
Very good question. Thank you very much. I'll try and answer that as best as possible without having access to the figures. Shall we say a lot of the money that is scammed by the scammers, and the victim's money generally goes outside of the Caymanian jurisdiction, but not always. So it's we have that difficulty sometimes to claw the money back. So we have to work quite closely with our other law enforcement colleagues around the world to try and speak with the financial institutions, because we have a due process to adhere to ensure that everything is legal. And put it this way, you asked about figures as well. Unfortunately, it's not a very high figure. We have to work, as I say, closely with other law enforcement agencies to ensure that they contact a particular bank in that jurisdiction and freeze the money, or the bank, the financial institution, within a certain time frame is able to claw back the money by their financial links as well, through either directly with the bank or an intermediary bank as well. I cannot give you an exact figure as well, and I'm sorry I can't
That's okay,
give
no
you
problem,
that, or
no problem.
and you called us.
No problem. But there is a bit of success, at
Yeah.
least in people. It's just not a very
Exactly.
high amount.
And
is there from your knowledge, is there a certain amount of time that passes that a bank says, we can't deal with this anymore. You didn't notice this in time.
Without going into full details, I'll just give you one example in brief. If you have a transaction, it normally goes out by the end of the bank working day. So if you realise that you've done something, perhaps, just tell the bank straight away, and then they can identify the funds. They can identify where it was due to go to, and also they can freeze that money going out so you can get that back into your account. It does happen, and just thinking about over the period of time that I've been here since November, then I would say it's in six figures how much money is coming back, but I can't give you an exact figure.
Has come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that is partly
That's
down
only
to,
since November, since you've been here. Okay.
Yeah, since the financial institutions, doing their work, assisting their customer, but also the victim's family, and always if you are going to be scammed, if I can just sort of insert that now, is if you think you've been scammed, don't just be embarrassed. Tell the financial institution. Tell us, the police. Either online or by phoning into the Financial Crime Unit or the Georgetown Police Station in Eastern Avenue, and we can do our best to help you. Act fast, don't act slow, act fast, and we will try and get that for you and assist you.
For example, yesterday I told you that at work here I had to, and there's a process that when we get them here in government, we're supposed to hit like this little phishing button and it goes, and computer services deal. When am I not supposed to say that? Well, most people do this. But that phishing option, you send it, and it just kind of disappears. You don't see it. So I wish I could pull that email up and just screenshot it and say, hey, this is what it looks like. But in the instance that I do receive a very suspicious-looking email, should I screenshot the body of that email to be able to also report it to the police?
Yes. Certainly, people have screenshot the video scammer and other scams that have gone on as well, and that's been very helpful. So yes, do that. But and then if you're at work and you get your scam email, a phishing email, then of course let your IT or at your organisation know straight away, and they will deal with that accordingly. Especially now. Me included, during the COVID period, 6 years ago, people were working from home. So people were working at home. The neighbours and people in the neighbourhood would know that you're working from home. They know who you are. They know who you work for as well. So quite often they would be contacting people on occasions as well, some of the criminal element, to say, well, look, you're away from the office. Your boss won't know, you can do something for me, on the side there, pass some money through your account, or, to do some other types of scams for me, to make money.
I'm a little concerned about the spoofing through phone numbers, because that really concerns me. So if somebody from overseas can call and it's a Cayman Islands number that I'm seeing, and they're representing a bank. Now, I'm going to use this as an example because it happens to most of us that have a bank account. So my bank, which I'm not going to mention, you call customer service and you're hitting people in the U.S. or Canada. And then I'm like, no, I need to speak to somebody locally. So then I'll, just call the local number wherever I can find it and try to speak to somebody locally. But if I'm getting a call and I'm thinking it's coming from my bank locally because it's a local number, but it's that overseas rep, and this happens a lot, right? We all get these calls, but I'm at the point where I'm so paranoid that if you are calling me from the bank, I'm hanging up the phone and I'm calling you back. What's your name? What's your extension? They never really give you the name or extension, normally anyways, no matter what. But I just call back and I say, hey, I just got this call, blah, blah. Were you calling about this? So that's what I will do, but it is way too believable to answer somebody calling from a Cayman number, especially when we know these local Cayman businesses are using overseas, what are they called? Those people that just answer your customer service, overseas people that are dealing with their local customers. It drives me up the wall, but it's what they do.
Yes. It's a very good point because, certainly yesterday, there was a few people received calls purporting to be from customer service of a particular financial institution, as well. And of course, some people would believe, no, they were quite believable, because I heard the conversation.
Well, and it's the number.
Yeah.
It's the number from that institution.
But yeah, so I would say, if in doubt, put the phone down. So just be polite and say to the person, because it may be that they are the right person, and just check with your bank here on Ireland, as well. That's my advice. When I came here in November, I had to set up a bank account with one of them here, and when I got a phone call and it said it was from Nova Scotia, I thought, "Is this really?" So I just said, "Thank you very much," and I need to check. As it was genuine. So that's my point. We have to err on the side of caution as well, and just be polite to the person on the end of the phone. And if they were genuine, then you'll find out by going into your bank, because they will tell you, yes, we did. Our customer service did give you a call, or didn't.
What do you think the single biggest mistake that residents are making when they fall victim to these kind of scams? Is it just clicking the links, having the conversation, building trust with people?
I think it's about education as well. I think and strongly believe, that people are too trusting as well. That's a human trait, that we all like to trust people and organisations. So, but also we have to question, is this email from the correct institution? Is there something not quite right? And the other thing, just while I'm thinking about that on the emails, so if you think, is this right or wrong, with your mouse, put the cursor, just hover it over the
email address,
the sender
address,
and it will should reveal, who the real sender is. And of course, if it's like mjm99@gmail.com, then I suggest that it's not who it says it is.
No legit business is going to have an @gmail.com.
No
legit business will have that.
Definitely.
Just come on, guys. And if you do, I'm not going to do business with you.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
It's always best to check. You can ring
Yeah.
Amazon. You can ring I shouldn't have said that. You can ring various organisations up to say, is this you? Is this
right?
Why did you want?
Can call the business.
Because if you're not expecting a certain, say, delivery,
right?
Why would you be asked for a delivery fee?
No, exactly.
Obviously you wouldn't even bother with that.
Yeah, I know nobody's not mailing me anything already.
Exactly.
We only got a minute left, so if there's anything you can...
safe online behaviours, I just want to touch on that as well. And the other thing is as well, if someone says to you, put money, if you say to me, Mike, can I put 100,000 through your account, and then you give it to a third party, don't do it. It's money laundering.
I know. I had an employer here years ago that asked me to do that. I did.
Yeah.
I did. It happened. I said, no, I'm not doing this. I would write it down.
Exactly.
Write down the directions you want me to do. And I was told to leave the office, and that was that. I didn't work there much longer. But it's true.
And the other thing
100%.
is as well, when you're at the coffee shop, using their Wi-Fi or public Wi-Fi anywhere, do not do your banking transactions through that as well, because you never know who's in that building as well and who's going to intercept that as well.
Yeah.
Even locked Wi-Fis, your personal locked Wi-Fis, people trying to hack into them as well.
But you can get the VPNs, I think that like the hidden VPNs, the secret VPNs.
Oh yeah.
I'm using the wrong word here. You know what
I
I'm
know
talking
what
about.
you mean as well.
Those keep you safe.
Yeah, and if you like with this Google video, the Google audio as well, go to settings as well and block these calls from unknown people, and then you can just have them from whoever your contacts are on your phone or on your laptop as well, and regularly review. And I'm guilty of this because I don't always look at my bank statements as well. Is to look at your bank statements. Is there anything unusual? Do it on a regular basis as well, so you can tell the bank, straight away that this isn't right. and they can help you.
Detective, you can't say that on radio. You got to say I look at my statements every day.
I know.
So they know.
I just want to say I'm like everyone else.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not on a box as well. So
I gotta wrap you up because we're past the 9 a.m. headline news right now. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much for having me on.
No problem. It was good. I know you have tons of stories that you could have shared with us, and all the rest we could have gotten into a lot more
Could
here.
go on forever.
Yeah. Thank you for joining me
Thank
on the
you.
Buzz this morning.
Thank you,
Though
Kathy.
we do need to let people know it's really intense right now with the scams. As I said, I got 2 yesterday here at work. It was crazy. So be very vigilant. Don't give people money. Don't give people money. Nobody should ever be calling you and asking you for money, period. Make that a boundary for yourself. All right, we got to go to the 9 a.m., slightly after the 9 a.m. headline news. And then I'm going to be talking with a cancer society after the break.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
Jurors resumed deliberations today in the murder trial of Devon Emmanuel Wright Jr., who denies abducting and killing a 2-year-old child on Cayman Brac in 2022. After 2 hours of discussions on Tuesday, the panel returned yesterday seeking clarification on the judge's direction about presence. The judge explained that under Section 18 of the Penal Code, a person can be guilty of murder without delivering the fatal act if they aided or enabled it. The Crown's case is circumstantial and rules out the child's mother, a relative, and any unknown third party. Good morning, I'm Dion Anglin with your headlines and news elsewhere. The U.S. surveillance company Flock is introducing new safeguards after admitting it was slow to prevent police misuse of its technology. Officers have used Flock systems to track partners and stalk strangers, prompting public backlash. The company says most data will now be kept for just 7 days instead of 30, and abnormal searches will be automatically flagged. And the NFL star Travis Kelce says his July 3rd wedding to Taylor Swift at Madison Square Garden was the best night of his life. The couple kept the ceremony largely private, and Kelce's comments this week are the first he shared since comedian Adam Sandler officiated the event. That's a wrap of your headlines. I'm Dion Anglin.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
HSA's Orthopedic Clinic has relocated to the second floor of the Smith Road Medical Center. Our dedicated team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons treat conditions ranging from spine to ankle injuries in adult and pediatric patients. We offer minimally invasive procedures from ligament reconstruction to hip and knee replacement. If you have experienced an injury due to sports or day-to-day activities, call 949-8600 and schedule an appointment with HSA's Orthopedic Clinic, now located at the Smith Road Medical Center.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Not sure where you fit in tech? Pathways in Tech by Enterprise Cayman can help you find your route. Whether you're interested in project management, computer support, or network systems, this program helps individuals explore practical, career-focused skills for real opportunities in Cayman's tech and innovation sector. It's beginner-friendly, job-relevant, special economic zone connected, and scholarships are available. Your path in tech starts here. Visit enterprisecayman.ky to apply today.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller. And on this segment, we're talking about cancer. A little bit about cancer. But that's something it should be a very serious matter to a lot of us, including me especially. It hit my family very seriously in the past year, and I've had my own kind of experiences, and your girl's got a colonoscopy screening coming up next week. So, I'm very much an advocate for people to get screened, to be able to share their stories and whatnot, because through our experiences, we can help inform other people, educate other people, and let them know you are not alone, and we can get through things together. So what we're talking about this morning, we have Mr. Dave O'Driscoll. He's the head of operations from the Cayman Islands Cancer Society. And I know there's been some developments in Cayman, including a new cancer policy, and it is Organ Month in terms of cancer. So there's a couple of different things for us to talk about this morning. Good morning. Welcome back to The Buzz.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here again. The studio is looking very chic, I must say.
I love it. Yeah.
Great job. Yes, it's been a very busy week in terms of news on cancer care in Cayman. But obviously, as I'm sure you'll understand, the Ministry of Health have been busy for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Getting this over the line. So it's been very exciting, and it's great news for us to share.
Excellent. So the cancer policy, if you can give us a bit of a summary, let us know the key points there.
Oh, well, there's a lot. It's a big one. I did make some notes, but it's most importantly, it outlines screening guidelines for the population and for physicians and GPs to follow, namely in cancers such as breast cancer, cervical cancers, and colorectal cancers. These screening methods have been proven across the world, and we do use them here, but we've never actually had our own framework for when patients are to be screened and when follow-ups are to be made, etc. Now we have it. It is something that will be across the board, so there's no misinformation, and there's no, well, this last doctor said this and this doctor said this, because unfortunately in Cayman, people do kind of bounce from doctor to doctor, so at least everyone will be on the same page now, and hopefully everybody will work together so that we don't miss anybody, so that everybody does get screened when they should get screened.
This is a really good point, Dave, because just a couple months ago when I saw my GP and I said I'm going to get a colonoscopy again, it's been 2 years, and my surgeon said 2 to 3 years, because there was polyps removed, right? Mm-hmm. And I did mine at 44.
I'm with you, sister.
Yeah.
I had
So did it. And so he said, okay, if you were completely no polyps, then you could wait 10 years, but you can't do that. And because of the family history as well. So he's like 2 to 3 years. So I said, I'll be back in 2 years. But my GP a few months ago was, you were supposed to come back in a year. It should have been a year. And I'm like, no, and I love my GP. My GP is amazing. And I said, no, I'm pretty sure. And when I checked with him, he's like, no, you're okay. 2 to 3, you're right on time. So it's scheduled to go. But in saying that, I do know that we're seeing colon cancer, for example, people a lot younger are being hit with it. I don't know if it's just they're experiencing colon cancer younger a lot more, or if people are just getting screened a lot more.
Well, there is a lot to speculate. I'm sure there are environmental factors, like the food supply, for example, the diets that the people at Cayman are used to, and yeah, so I can't.
Different factors.
I'm not an expert in that, yeah, but all I can say is it definitely doesn't hurt to look after your organs and bowels by eating as healthy as you can.
Yes.
To start off with, food is fuel at the end of the day. So the better fuel you put into your body, the better it runs, and the better then it can actually fight off diseases when they do try to come in.
Yep, the better your body will perform, pretty much. So in having these standardized screenings across the board from all medical providers in Cayman when it comes to screening for colon cancer, breast cancer, and cervical cancer.
Yes.
Is this going to, do you think at all, is this going to be provided for maybe for free if it's going to be a standardized testing for these 3 cancers? Because some people aren't going to be able to afford, I know you know, I might not be able to answer this,
No,
but it
I-
might be something that you're concerned about as well, because some people who aren't insured, who don't have enough money on their insurance.
Actually, I make some notes on that.
You know.
Yes, it is something, and we did bring. So we were part of the steering committee to develop this policy. Now I'm not going to take much credit. All
good.
All the hard yards were done by the Ministry of Health, but there were some concerns about the funding for it, because we have our own voucher screening program. So anybody who cannot afford a screening test when they should be getting one, then we will provide a voucher so that our partner clinics and the laboratory who runs the tests will do it at no charge to the patient.
Wow.
Now, when you start going out into the public and trying to find people to make sure that everybody is getting screened at the proper age, what you're going to find is people that the reason they haven't been going to get screened is because they couldn't afford the test and they couldn't afford the doctor's visit. Now, so you find them. Now what are you going to do? Who's going to pay for it? So this is something that it's multi-layered. It has to do with health insurance and how the benefits package is arranged, especially on, let's say, the SHIC plan, which most people on Ireland are on. It is a limited wellness package. It's about $400 that would cover one doctor's visit and one full blood panel. You can probably get a PAP or a PSA exam in it once a year. But this can be done if your GP, if you have your own GP, your own family doctor that you stay with, and they're diligent and understand that you have screenings coming up. You know, for example, okay, you're 39 years old this year. Okay, we're going to do a full blood panel, and in this visit and consult, that will take up most of your wellness. But next year, we know that you have to do a fit kit or a PSA or a PAP. So we will budget for it. You know, that's one great way to do it.
Okay.
Another great way to do it, obviously, would be to lobby to insurance companies and have them bolster up the wellness benefits, or even make a separate screening benefits section that can't be touched by other providers, and it's just for your screenings. Some insurance companies do it already. Some insurance companies actually have a separate allowance for colonoscopies and mammograms for when they are due, according to the guidelines.
That is interesting, and it's also an indication to me that these are very, very common screenings.
Absolutely,
And,
yes.
and yeah.
There has been great work done in other countries with regards to cervical cancer prevention.
Right.
And that is with the HPV vaccination.
Right. That is currently the only cancer that can be prevented through vaccination.
Practically, yes. And you have countries like Australia and Sweden that, at the rate they're going, so the stats show, they will actually have eradicated most, like 99% of cervical cancers by the year 2030.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Now, the government did a great thing last year and has been doing every year, which is the HPV vaccine drive.
Mm-hmm.
And they go to the schools because it's best to catch it early, and offering it for free. But last year we did a great thing. We teamed up with them and we offered it to the public through private clinics as well, not just through public health. So almost anybody who would need the HPV vaccine, they were able to apply and get it for free. So they'll be doing that again this year. And if we keep this up, then the need for cervical cancer screening will be much easier, obviously. And you never know. Maybe not the year 2030, but down the line, maybe we'll have eradicated cervical cancer screening too.
Well, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Right. Absolutely. Can you tell us how the Cayman Islands Cancer Society has, over the years, advocated for clearer screening guidelines?
Well, as part of our education program, let me find my notes on this now. A big part of our role is making cancer screening feel normal rather than frightening. So We have our education program where we introduce open conversations, explaining that screening is done when you're well, not just when you have symptoms or you're feeling ill.
Yeah.
So we would go out to corporations to do lunch and learns, offices, small companies, churches, schools. We would host seminars in civic centres to share with the public that it is something that's very normal, that they should ensure that they have a GP, a physician that knows their history. Very important as well, because if you keep bouncing from doctor to doctor, all they're doing is treating the symptom that you have at that time, most likely.
Yeah.
Clinics are businesses as well. Like they need to turn in, turn out. So they might only be able to see you for 15 minutes, possibly, maybe 30 minutes. And that may not allow for like a full kind of understanding of what's going through. So first off, have your family doctor. They will know your history and they will set up your screening schedule. And they don't want to see you all the time. They are like, doctors take an oath. They are looking out for your best health, and they want to make sure that everything is done that's possible so that you live a long and healthy life.
That's true, and I'd have to say that about my GP. She's great. She does that. She's on her game for sure. We're going to take a quick commercial break right now, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes to learn more, especially about the Organ Month for Cancer.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman News.
Grand Court murder trial enters its third week.
As Deputy Commissioner, my commitment is to provide strong and visible leadership.
After 4 weeks of falling gas prices, the numbers are creeping back up.
This year has been quite difficult to keep the numbers of mosquitoes down.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
7 days a week.
Hello, this is Martha Watler. Happy 50th anniversary to Radio Cayman. It has been a true pleasure to have been a part of your journey for over 35 years. Wishing you continued growth and success as you keep informing, connecting, and entertaining the Cayman community for many years to come.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. And in studio with me, I have Dave O'Driscoll. He's the head of operations at the Cayman Islands Cancer Society. And I said we're going to talk about the month of August because it is a month that focuses on organ cancers, liver, kidneys, and pancreas. So why are we focusing on organ cancer this month? Is it?
Well, almost every month of the year, we try to focus on a particular cancer in terms of awareness. And in August, we will lump in a couple of cancers together that often share the same symptoms. Yes, but the problem with these organ cancers is that symptoms may not be apparent at all, or there may not be any to see, which is why you have to know your body, and you have to know when something is up, and your body always wants to tell you when there's something wrong, but the signs may be subtle. But if you know your body well, if you keep yourself healthy and you eat well, then you know when something is up. You know when maybe there is, for example, I've got some notes here now.
I'm going to say sometimes I'll get a slight kind of cramping, or it feels like a twirling in my stomach somewhere. And I'm like, it's an uncomfortable feeling. But then I'm like, it's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. So I think for humans, it's natural for us to be, that's not a big deal. That's not a big enough whatever I'm feeling.
Well, a once off, maybe not. No. But if it starts recurring, then you should take note of it and just check in with your doctor. Things like cramping in one side more than once. If you have irregular stool, or if there's just even slight bits of blood in your urine, all little things. These are all indications that you should probably have it checked. It may not be nothing, but don't leave it until you are like hunked over in agony and you can't leave the house. It's all about early detection, and the population is getting better. We are getting out there and we're seeing our doctors more, probably because there's thousands of doctors on this island now. But it's good, because if you do have a slight symptom that has reoccurred once or twice, then the doctor would love to see it, and they would love to figure it out and make sure that either it's nothing, and maybe it could be just your diet, or something that needs to be investigated further.
Okay, so when we're looking at the common symptoms that the liver, kidney, and pancreas would have, what would those be?
All right, so I'm going to have to go to my notes that, because there's all three of them, and I don't want to get them mixed up.
It's all good. It's interesting, because I didn't realize that those three organs would give you the same symptoms.
So some of them cross over, for sure, yeah. But yeah, like I said, there's pains in your side, irregular stool, blood in your urine, unexpected weight loss, fatigue, and loss of appetite as well. Yellowing of the skin or the eyes. And yeah, these are all kind of changes in your general health that you wouldn't think much about. But if you have loss of appetite for several days in a row, or you find yourself losing weight, yet you're eating the same, then these are all just little indications that there might be something up.
And they're also similar to not the eating and losing weight, not that one particularly, but losing weight, yes, and the fatigue. And there was another symptom that you shared as well, but those are similar a bit to depression as well. So some people might think, I'm just going through a bad season in my life right now. It's interesting.
But the health of your body has a lot to do with the health of your mind as well. If you are physically healthy, that will contribute to your mental health as well, and vice versa, of course. I found that when I was injured and I couldn't do my usual training and exercises, after a month or two, I would start to get kind of tired and dejected. I wouldn't have the usual pep that I would have. And it's because my body isn't doing what it needs to feed my mental well-being. At the end of the day, it's your brain that survives on blood and oxygen being pumped through your body. And if your body isn't strong and pumping as well as it should be, then your brain isn't getting the fuel that it needs. And so it starts to get fatigued, and then you start to feel down and start to feel tired.
And we always talk about a mind-body connection, and there it is.
Yes,
there
absolutely.
it is right there in the simplest of terms.
We've got a beautiful new park right out the back of this property.
I went on Sunday with my dog, yes.
Yeah,
Loved
isn't it gorgeous?
It is.
Yeah, so I encourage everybody at Government Administration Building and anyone who's in Cricket Square, anyone in town, go to check out Scranton Park and get a walk in, get your steps, breathe some fresh air. They've done a great job, and it's get yourself active, get yourself moving. I was very proud of the Ministry of Health with their the very first movement campaign that they did, Move Cayman, and I hope they keep that up every year as well.
Well, they're going to be going into the second part of that campaign. Because there's a nutrition focus, there's a wellness focus, and I can't remember what the other focus might be. But the first one was that movement, was a focus on movement, just to try to get people moving a little bit more, because it was a little bit less, I guess, stressful in the habit change to deal with. So,
but like movement, running, is becoming very popular. It's becoming a very social activity now.
Yes.
Like there are 5K clubs, running clubs, like almost every morning of the week now. You can join a running club. And
I'm waiting for the nighttime running club. Whoever starts one, please call me.
Well, your Wednesday night running club?
Well, not right after work. I'm talking like 8 o'clock at night.
Oh, right, okay. Just you and the other night owls.
Yes.
But yeah, Park Run is starting up in Cayman Bay. That should be very interesting as well. And they time it as well, so you can kind of time your runs. And if you're into being a little bit more competitive, then you can work on improving yourself as well. But it's about getting out, moving, meeting friends, getting the blood moving, and having just a small workout.
Right, I agree with you there. We're people who like to move, so I agree with you fully on that one. The patients that are undergoing treatment and might need some support, how does the Cayman Islands Cancer Society step in?
Okay, so we have a couple of programs where we assist people undergoing treatment or people who are being diagnosed. Our biggest one, obviously, is our financial aid program. So if you qualify due to financial constraints, we can cover medical costs for everything from screening right up to treatment. And if your insurance falls short and you don't have the financial means to cover it, then we can cover things like your screening, your biopsies, your scans, your actual diagnosis, then the workups. If you need to be treated overseas, we can cover the airfare and the accommodation overseas as well. If you have medication and you can't afford the copay, we can step in there as well. So this is all to ensure that your treatment completes itself without a hitch, that you don't have to stop. We also cover your monthly payments for insurance. If you're that stuck and you find that it could be October, November, and you've maxed out, or you've exhausted your benefits, and they have to stop your treatment, your medication, until the new year where it re-ups again, then we'll step in and we'll make sure that you can continue your treatment, so that everything works out for the best. Besides that, some people might have great insurance, so they don't need financial assistance, but they need assistance in other ways. Obviously, so we have our wellness program where we will support people through one-on-one counselling, group therapy. We have our own movement classes as well. So we do gentle movement just to make sure that you continue like light exercising during your treatment and afterwards as well during survivorship. We have introduced our gratitude walks, which happens once a month on a Saturday morning, and we walk together outside in the fresh air, and it's all about kind of like taking in what nature has to give us, and it's just a great way of meeting like-minded people as well, of course. And we have other workshops like journaling workshops, therapeutic art. This is all about for some people it might be a big shift in their life, and there might be a lot of change, and they might feel closed off from the public and from their usual social circles, so they need to find other avenues.
Dave, did you leave your cell phone ringer on?
Yeah. Oh my God, sorry.
That's okay. It helps them build community.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a community that understands what they're going through. I think that's a key thing right there.
Yes, we have some great volunteers who assist with this program as well, and we are like I said, we are building up a great community, and these are people from all walks of life, old and young, that come together and have really built friendships out of these programs, and now they're going through their journey together, so they can support each other as well.
Dave, we got to wrap the show.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is very quick. Okay, yeah.
There's something important that you want to share? Now is the time to do it.
Yes,
listen, we got to
absolutely.
book you for a much longer time. The half hour doesn't work.
Sorry, yeah.
That's all right.
I tend to chat. I'm Irish. Yeah.
No, it's all good. Me too. I can chat away. So.
Well, first, I want to say that I'm delighted that the National Cancer Screening Policy has come to be. I want to thank everybody at the Ministry of Health, Environment and Sustainability. In particular, CMO Dr. Hilary Wolfe, CNO Felicia McLean, epidemiologist Rachel Corbett and Senior Policy Advisor Lauren Stainton. They've done a fantastic job behind the scenes. It's taken them a long time to get this up and running, and I'm so glad to finally see the fruits of their labour. And of course, thanks to Honorary Ministry Catherine Ebanks-Wilkes. She's fighting for the people and safeguarding the future of our health. And please, don't wait until you feel sick. Screening is designed for people who feel well. So know which screening you're eligible for. Speak to your healthcare provider. Get to know your doctor. They want to get to know you. And if you have a symptom or something just doesn't feel right at all, reach out to them.
Yeah.
And you'll be glad and you'll feel better about yourself for doing it.
Prevention is better than cure. Know your family history, which you know with mine, which is why I'm trying to do my preventative screenings a lot younger than is recommended, but those recommended ages have changed as well.
They do, obviously, with history, of course.
Yeah. And we're going to have a standardized recommendation of when people should get screened now. So one person might say 50, the other person saying 40. It's going to be standard now.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
that's very important, so people aren't necessarily confused about what they have to do.
And so if you're looking for assistance, or you're looking to volunteer, or you're looking to donate to our cause, you can reach us at cics.ky. Email is info@cics.ky, or give us a call 949-7618.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank
we didn't
you.
even get to touch on the cancer registry, which I wanted to mention, but I understand
I'll come in tomorrow.
there's legislation going towards that, so I like this idea.
Yes.
So we'll leave with that tease.
Great things.
But we are bringing you back because we got more to talk about.
Brilliant. Thank you
so
so much, Kathy.
and thank you that I have you on air. I know the show's over, but last year you brought me a fisherman's hat, and I know I said it before our segment began, but thanking you on air. It's a little bucket hat. I call it a little fisherman's hat, a bucket hat. It has a UV protection on it, which was interesting. So
and
the
it's
material,
breathable.
breathable. It was you could flip it over, so it's designs on two sides. But besides that, I wear it all the time because when I had to get a second basal cell carcinoma removed on my forehead, it's the best thing ever. Because first thing when I'm waking up in the morning, I don't always want to slap sunscreen on and all the rest, but I throw this hat on and it protects me all the time. So I love it. Greatest thing.
Great to hear.
Produce way more of them. You can sell them. You'll do great. This is my
well,
suggestion.
you'll be my salesperson.
There we go. Well, you'll have to talk to my boss. All right. Everybody have a great rest of your Thursday and the weekend coming up. And I'll be back with you next week on The Buzz.
The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice. And Cayman Enterprise City, Cayman's innovation hub. Discover your opportunity at enterprisecayman.ky. And Kirk Home Center. They've got a great deal in store for you.
Radio Cayman, serving the island.